Hey guys, back another YouTube video. Today it's going to be a showing off video. Recently got a bunch of stuff. I recently got this toolbox and a set of deer antlers. Now how I got these is very simple. We had a scrap guy, or a friend of mine named Mike. He gets a lot of scrap for me, so he went by, gave me got a lot of our scrap out of our yard. And also, I asked him before he had actually met me that if he had any toolboxes or old blades, stuff that I can make some knives out of, like old files, stuff like that. And I told him I really needed deer antler. I'm out of that. So I'm really glad that he gave that to me. But for the toolbox full of stuff in it, I traded him 4 knives in exchange for this toolbox full of stuff and those deer antlers. Very worth the trade, because those deer antlers will definitely bring in some good money once I get them made into knife handles. So before I open this, I'll show off some other items I got. Me and my father went to a pawn shop recently, and I bought some items for 20 bucks. I bought this Victorinox gardening knife and this very unique looking old timer where it's got the toothpick ends like you would see on a Victorinox knife. Now I haven't really had the time to clean this yet because I've been so busy. It's in great shape. They originally wanted $30 for this, but the very nice lady gave me these two for $20. This one was marked at $5. This one was marked at $30, so that would be $35, but I got them both for $20. Thank you very much. This will definitely go good in my collection. This one I've already actually sold, and that's why I'm showing it off, so I can show it off before it gets sold off. My buddy Blake, among all people, bought it. Next is this one that my father also got me. My father got me off eBay. This is a German either electrician's or paratrooper knife. Don't quite know which. I'll have to do some homework on it. And it's very unique. I mean, it is German, so I mean, it's very unique. Got the paratrooper right on the handle. Definitely have to do some homework on that once I get it cleaned up. I would definitely call this more of an electrician's knife than a regular knife, because I mean, it looks almost just like an electrician's knife. Next is a no-name military knife. Now, a while back, me and my father were buying some of these, and he looked at one that had no names on it, and he asked the guy, of course, is there any markings on it? To which the guy replied, no. And that's when me and my dad know that they sell replicas of these for dirt cheap. Through Pakistan makes a replica, Japan and China make a replica, and there's no secret there. And that's what he told the guys, that they do make replicas of this knife too. And anyway, but then the guy replied saying, well, this can't be a replica because this was given to him by his grandpa who was in the Air Force. So, and I'm thinking, okay, that kind of made me a little suspicious. So I looked online. Turns out they actually had made a bunch of these that were no names because certain companies couldn't make them as fast. So they had a bunch of no-name companies make these too. So this is probably either one of the civilian models or one of the military models. It's difficult to say which. But what makes this one more unique than the others is this. Get the blades open without cutting myself, of course. This is a 3-bladed version. Never seen that. I'm definitely going to have to do some homework. And it's got a brass liner instead of an aluminum one, which is what I'm used to. That one's definitely going to have to do some homework too. It's going to be cleaned a little bit, but it's got good shape. Oops, dropped it. Where'd it go? My dad paid 50 bucks for the pair. Basically $20. Yeah, it was $20 each for these, but another $10 for shipping. So thank you, Dad. I love these. Next is some items he also got for me that I'm really happy about. As y'all may know, I love old movies. It's no secret right there. I love old movies, like some movies most people don't even know about. And one is one that's actually based on a true story, is The Cross and the Switchblade. I actually have the book of this movie, and I read the book before, and I first came across this a couple years ago on YouTube. And I saw the preview of it, and I actually watched it. It's actually a pretty good movie. The movie itself was made in the 60s, if I'm right. No, this was made in the 70s. The book came out in the 60s. So yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. Definitely bringing this to the Queen with me for my mom to watch because she wants to watch him too. And then this is my favorite. Y'all better thank my father for this one. He found me the full Indiana Jones set, all of them. As y'all may know, I love Indiana Jones. It was one of my favorite movies. It still is because, I mean, it's not like your standard movie. I'm pretty sure if this movie was made today, it would be a heck of a lot different. But Harrison Ford, he played Han Solo. I mean, he's just a good actor in general. I mean, there's a lot of things I could say about this movie of why I like it. It's historically really accurate. And Harrison Ford is just a badass in general. Pardon my language. So yeah, I'm going to catch up a lot on that. My father's already watched them all. Alright. That's all the other items. Next is to get into the main item. Put y'all over here. Tilt y'all this way a little bit so y'all can see. Hope y'all can see better. Next is this red toolbox. Sadly, the toolbox itself has no name. I can suspect it's probably an old Craftsman. But when I get home from the Queen, I'll probably blast all the rust and the old paint off this and repaint it and probably just turn around and sell it. So let's see what's in it. First thing I got is a tool tray. First is a giant folding Pakistan. Ooh, I just noticed that. Spring's broken. So that's kind of a problem. I guess what I'll do for this one is probably scrap it. I'll take this, take it apart, re-salvage the brass, take the blade, probably get rid of that. So can't really complain about that. Next is a cheap little decorative knife. Kind of got a nice little design to it. Nice little design. Next is my favorite, a couple of files. This one is a old Nicholson file. That'll make a good knife when I'm done with it. An old little rasp. Nothing really useful there. Next, another Nicholson file. That'll make a good little knife. Next is another Nicholson file. Those will make some good knives when I'm done with it. Surprisingly, that's it. There ain't nothing else in here. So I'll clean these up, and get that posted for sale when I get home. Definitely my favorite item in here definitely has to be this little weird knife. No markings. I'm pretty sure it's China. This little Pakistan I'll scrap off. Next is, of course, the deer antlers. Now these are shedded. These aren't actually cut off the deer's head. These were shedded. But they'll still make some good knife handles. I'm really glad to finally get that. Last but not least is a special item I'm showing off. This is one of the ones I made recently. This is one of the small Bowie knives I had designed. And I made the handle out of an old golf club. And I liked it on the back of it. It says the word Ram. And the guard I made out of aluminum. And I put some nice little flutes in it to give it more of a traditional look. And I put some 2 grooves here to give it more of a traditional look. And then I gave it a simple clip point style. Definitely one of my favorites. Don't know if I'll sell this or not. Thank you very much, Mike. I love all the stuff in this toolbox. Thank you very much, Dad. Love all the stuff you got me. So I guess, as always, stay sharp.